OBJ. That's strangely close to Daniel Jones from the Giants. Daniel, is that you? Beat the Chiefs. Show me. If the Broncos and Russell Wilson can show me that they can beat the Chiefs, then I will start believing.
And the crowd up. And so are this defense, and Kansas City won't snap the ball again. The Denver Broncos have beaten the Kansas City Chiefs.
David Montgomery on the Lions, former Bear, gonna make this his revenge game for sure. David Montgomery gets the touchdown that ices the game. No! And there's a flag. There's flags. There's flags. There's flags. There's flags. Snap. Hold. Kick.
Denver wins! Denver wins! Let's go!
They open. No!
What happened? Oh shit. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. My uncle is curious about my microphone that I use. So I'm just letting him know. I'm just letting him know what kind of mic I got. All right. What a game this has been between the Patriots and the Texans. Winner going to Denver to play the Broncos. And 16-21. All right. One quarter to go. $16-21. Oh, they're showing us Bo Nix. Man, they just showed Jared Stidham on the main broadcast. Ooh, a big flag on the Texans defense. And the snow is starting to come down. We're calling pass interference. Oh, yeah. That's definitely pass interference. No doubt about it. Can't deny it. That's a big one. Patriots in scoring position now, 38-yard line. Drake May under center, snaps it, hands it off. Henderson picks up 6. Good run there. Good run. So here is the current playoff picture. We got the Broncos and the Seahawks, both the 1 seed, moving on to the conference championship. The winner of the 2 remaining games will go to Seattle and go to Denver. They're going to hand it off again, and this time there's going to be nowhere to go. But like they were saying on the broadcast, Jared Stidham is expected to start the AFC Championship game. He's got 4 career starts, 0 playoff appearances, and his last passing attempt was Week 18 in 2023. So this is going to be a big game for somebody like that. 3rd and 5. Drake May in shotgun this time. Kind of a weird formation there with the running back. And they're taking a shot to the end zone, and oh my God, he caught that. Oh my goodness. Wow. Holy crap. What a catch. Wow. What a catch. That was on Derek Stingley. Wow. Kayshon Boutte. So they're reviewing it now. Did he have control? That's what they're looking for. Was there control? Here's what it looked like. One-handed, reached out, made a remarkable catch. What a freaking catch that was. If it stands, we're going to have a pretty comfortable lead for the Patriots. Guarantee you Sean Payton's watching this game right now, watching both of these teams. Doing some potential scouting. And I'm pretty sure matchup-wise, I think they're going to want the Patriots. We got the one, the only Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What's up, dog? Woo! We got the one, the only Little Damn E. We got the one, the only Ninja. Don't forget about E-Dog. What's up, guys? All right. You know you're an OG when you can quote each line from the intro. I love it. I'm honestly sorry about that, bro. I hate that for you. Yeah, it is, it sucks. It's not even a way to sugarcoat it and say, no, it's not that bad. It sucks. Tight ones so far, New England. Can you imagine if my Rodgers-led Steelers were playing the Pats right now? We'd be smoking them. Yeah, it would be nice to see. And Ginger said, "What's up?" And Lily, it utterly crushes me that Rodgers is at home and not playing the struggle bus Patriots right now. Yeah, sometimes you get the bad matchups, sometimes you get the good ones. Anything is possible. Just crushes my soul, E-Dub. Somebody cue up the Mad Mel. God damn it. 28-16. So the amazing catch is going to stand. And once again, if you missed it, it was amazing. Here it is. One-handed. And to think that he just did it in the snow. Insane. Insane. So 12-point game. Plenty of time, if we're being completely honest. But the Texans need to score now, or the clock's going to strike midnight. All right, Texans going to take this one out of the end zone. to the 20 and tackled at the 23. Interestingly enough, the 12-point lead does actually give the Texans the ability to, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Texans would have the ability to score a touchdown, and with the weather, their second touchdown, they need 2 touchdowns, but they could miss one of their 2 extra points and still win by 1. And here is the pitch, and a good run on first down for 6. Plenty of time. Texans have 2 timeouts. Oh, we got an injured Patriot. Now he's able to get up. Only 8 rushing yards in the first half. That's not going to win you many games. Here is Stroud going deep. He's got somebody. Is that not a flag? Oh my God. The ref reached for his flag and then just took his hands off. It looked like a lot of contact. That's not pass. That's a hold on a family friend, Xavier Hutchinson. The thing that sucks is I wanted the Texans because I thought it'd be easier for Rodgers than playing against the Bills. I knew we'd struggle against the Bills. And they wouldn't have had to play the Bills. Well, let's see. If the Steelers would have won, we would have the Steelers would have played New England, and then who would have been the other team? And then the Bills still would have played the Broncos. So I guess that would have, yeah. And then Denver would have won, and then Denver would have played the winner of Steelers Patriots. 3rd and 6. Stroud in shotgun. Huge third down. Ball snap. Stroud looking, throwing. Oh my gosh. Stover drops the ball and he's holding his knee. That's not good. You got Stover rolling on the ground holding his knee. Oh. Oh, his leg got the leg. Awkward. Injured. Bad. I'm not sure how bad, but not good. Here's a little score bug. 12 minutes, 9 seconds to go. It's in the left position. All right. What do you guys think of the national championship game tomorrow? Who do you guys got? Bears defense going to get a bunch of takeaways to win today. Could be an exciting one. Low key, honestly excited for Rick tonight and then Denver, the AFC Championship. I guess for the Bears, I don't know. Rick talks about cheering for Seattle because he's living in Washington, but I mean, I don't see how, as a Bears fan, you wouldn't have been cheering for the 49ers so you could host the NFC Championship game in Chicago. We'll have to ask him about that. So the Texans are going to punt. Man, in victory feels like it's within the grasp. And then the ball gets downed inside the 5. What a punt. Wow. Now, technically, is the ball down wherever he touched the ball, or is it where the ball rolled to? I don't really understand if it's where it rolled to, because technically he could take it and yeet it 20 yards. But they're going to start from the 3, and they're going to run it for 8 yards on first down. So there goes that. Oh, man. This kid that's shirtless on TV, get ready for the social media attacks, whoever their parents are, because it's coming. And Ramondre Stevenson, first down. And the Patriots are actually running the ball on the Texans. That was only the 3rd rushing first down for New England all game, so maybe Texans are starting to get fatigued. Yep, there's another 9-yard run on first down. Another first down, 4 straight carries by Ramondre Stevenson. Well, I totally see where he's coming from, because he'd want to be in Seattle so he can get tickets to the game to be at the stadium. No, not that part. I'm talking about just like the fact that he's been rooting for the home team, that adds a whole new layer. We can ask him about that. I'm just talking about the whole rooting for the home team, but to what cost? To what extent do we do that? We'll ask him. We'll ask him. Unless he wants to try to go to the game, that'd be perfect. Yeah. I mean, if he says that, then that would make total sense. Although I haven't heard him bring that up. Finally, a negative play, and the Texans have the clock has rolled all the way down to 8.5 minutes, and it's 3rd and 7. Can you imagine being a Texans fan, having no hope after having hope against the Steelers? Now, do you see why I kept vouching for the Steelers to run Connor Hayward against the Texans? Yeah, that would have been hilarious too. Just to see Connor Hayward as like the cheat code. First down Diggs. Guys, I think this one's over. I think New England's coming to Denver. And I wouldn't want it any other way. I wanted New England. How many takeaways did CJ Stroud have in this game? Mm. 7 minutes and ticking. Tick, 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 tick. You're feeling very comfortable if you're a New England fan. Right now, it's all about ball security. Don't fumble the ball. Don't throw an interception. They have one timeout, Houston. And Ramondre Stevenson picks up 4 on 2nd and 12. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. CJ Stroud. Man, I heard the halftime show, and everybody was just saying, like, CJ Stroud needs to have a really good second half, or people might question whether or not he's the guy for Houston moving forward. Under 6 minutes to go. Here's a huge 3rd and 8. Drake May going deep. Incomplete. No flag. Kamari Lassiter on the coverage. I feel like if you're New England, you're perfectly okay with this. You just took the time all the way down to 5 minutes. Now you're going to punt the ball, flip the field. You started on your 3-yard line. Now you're punting from midfield, and they still need 2 touchdowns with 5 minutes left, and they only have 1 timeout. So I would even run a fake here, maybe. That'd be cool. I'm just kidding. And there it is. And it's a high one, and it's going to be fair caught at the 12. Did you see that Mike McCarthy interviewing for the head coaching job for the Pittsburgh Steelers? I did not see that. That would be interesting. You know what I just thought about, Brother Kyle? Mike McCarthy getting the job for the Steelers and Aaron Rodgers staying a year to reunite with Mike McCarthy. That's what you just thought of. That's my guess. What do you got for me, Loli? First and 10, no more running. And incomplete. Schultz and Stover both out. Looks like he slipped a little bit. Stroud, quick throw. Gain of 8. 5.5 minutes remaining. I think we had Darnell Washington against the Texans. I think we win. I think had we had Darnell Washington against the Texans, we win that game, but instead he was on IR. He makes a big difference, man. He's basically Shaquille O'Neal playing tight end. I mean, you need somebody big and physical like that against the Texans. Stroud, and he just has to throw it away. Here we go. Stroud, incomplete. Great coverage. Christian Gonzalez. He would have changed the game completely. I think if I'm Rodgers, I run it back with everybody if McCarthy gets the job. I think so too. I think so too. I don't know if he would, but I don't know. I felt like the way he was throwing the ball late in the season, he looked like he had one more in him. But it's all about, whether he mentally wants to. Physically, sack lunch. Physically, there's no doubt that Rodgers could play another year. But mentally, is his heart in it? And the only way for him to find that out is to spend a couple months away from the game and go through his process, and probably around June he'll say something. Now, if McCarthy gets the job, maybe he would have to decide by April before the draft. And here is the return. So what is that decision by the Texans? It's 4th and 14, and they decide to punt the ball? Do they not need 2 touchdowns with 4 minutes left? What do they I could understand if it was like 4th and 30, but it's 12 yards. Stevenson, another 8-yard gain. And Houston will call their last timeout. And that's a bad timeout for Houston because New England only needs 1 yard to get a fresh set of downs. So I got to pee. D for the P. 3 minutes to go. No timeouts. So, we know how good the Texans defense is, so let's be real. Well, how many takeaways did I was gonna say, Denver is gonna have to score at least 28 points to win Sunday, but I changed my mind because how many times I think there was 5 takeaways. So, I mean, that's 5 extra possessions. So maybe if they take care of the ball, this is, like, closer to a 17-16 game. Once again, I don't understand the decision by Houston to punt the ball on 4th and 12 with 4 minutes left down by 12 points. I don't understand it. Unless you're just worried about keeping the score looking respectable, I don't get it. Like, hey, if we don't get it, what if they score and then they're in the 30s? It looks worse. I feel like it's 12 yards. I mean, it's a no-brainer, and it's gonna take us to the 2-minute warning. We got Nick in the chat. CJ Stroud looks like a future Steelers quarterback. Why is that so real? What's up, Nick? Not much? Nick, no. Honestly, if they give CJ Stroud a good line, get him some better weapons, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, keep them healthy. I mean, by listening to you talk, put that in the left position. That's bass cut. That's put on there for people who use it for talking. It takes low rumbles and cleans up your voice. That's what the icon on the left means. It's showing the bass being cut off. Put that in the left position. No. All right. Apparently, I had my mic in the wrong position. Let me see if I notice it. Not much. Nick, no. In the wrong position. Yeah, that does sound a lot better. Sounds a lot cleaner. I'm hearing Justin Herbert talking points, Kyle. I don't know. I think it's true for Herbert as well. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody more valuable than the Chargers' offensive line. I mean, who did the Chargers play that wasn't it the Texans? No, the Chargers played the Patriots. And oh my gosh, that defense for New England, they made them look like historical. It was like hard to watch. It was also easy to watch as a Broncos fan. How are you holding up, Kyle? Pats. I think this is the best matchup. I think this is the best matchup. I like our chances. Um, just still sad for Bo, but I don't know. I was thinking, I was thinking on my drive to church today that this is like every Disney movie ever made. You know, the quarterback that's beloved by everybody and, the basically walks on water. And then he's got the team undefeated, and then they're in the playoffs, and he goes down, and now the backup quarterback who nobody knows, maybe has a rocky relationship with the coach, but it like Varsity Blues, Remember the Titans. Um, there's some other ones that let me see. American Underdog, which is a real story about Kurt Warner, who came in and became a Super Bowl champion any given Sunday with Al Pacino. Friday Night Lights, the TV series. Second string quarterback must step up after the star quarterback gets hurt. Here's Stroud. Yeah, Jerry Rev Harris is called to start after Rev is injured during a game. That's when Sunshine comes into the game. This comes down to Vance Joseph. Yep, the inevitable Nick Foles Hallmark movie. After all the questions from the talking heads about whether Denver and Pats were deserving top seeds, they finished 1-2. That is so very true. Which actually, I think the best case scenario is Bears Broncos because I want a young QB versus Vance Joseph and an okay defense. Yeah. Bears Broncos. I mean, wouldn't that just be a fucking trip? You gonna punt it again, D'Amico? The podcast ends. It would be interesting, right? 4th and 4, and the refs are blowing their whistles. I guess New England called a timeout. Fourth and 4 going deep. Got it. Oh my God, he dropped it. CJ Stroud, once again, underthrows it. I don't think he mistimed his jump. I think he did the right thing. He was trying to catch the ball at its highest point. That's what we're coached to do at the wide receiver position. That's what he was doing. Matter of fact, if CJ Stroud throws that ball where it needs to be, Xavier doesn't need to stop, turn around, and jump. He can just run. He had his man beat by like 3 yards. All right. Patriots going to the AFC Championship. Notice I said going, not hosting. So Drake May and the New England Patriots are coming to Denver. This looks just like 2013. This looks just like 2013. Denver at home, Seattle at home, Denver playing New England. You know who's watching this right now? Stidham. Thank you. Did you hear what Troy Aikman just said? You guys don't understand. Stidham is about to shock you. I'm going to show you one more time. One more time. Look at this. Look at this. This is last time we saw Jared Stidham.
Off the play action, Stidham rolling to his right and throwing. There's Evan Ingram.
You got to understand.
Down the sideline for the big gain.
You got to understand. It's about Sean Payton designing plays, and Stidham just has to hit the targets. It's not about like, oh, can Stidham do it on his own? No. Sean's going to manufacture the plays, and what makes Stidham a good quarterback is he can systematically come into the game, know by the play what Sean is trying to do, and hit the receiver that Sean is drawing open. And that is why he paid so much money for Stidham. Stidham knows what he's doing. He's not as mobile. These aren't Stidham highlights, by the way. This is just the Cardinals versus Broncos game highlights. This is the last time we saw Stidham on the field. And we thought, damn, he's been with Sean Payton for 3 years now? I can tell. He's been with Sean Payton for 3 years. Then the Cardinals scored. Denver gets the ball back. Here's a 3rd and 13. Ooh, I'm going to run it. Nope. Got you. Stop. Throw. Do you guys not see a major difference in Stidham? The swag he played with. He's best friends with Bo Nix. Their wives hang out all the time. It's a very close football team. Sean called it one of the closest locker rooms, if not the closest, he's ever coached. These guys are playing for each other. People are sending messages about Phillip fucking Rivers. Are you kidding me? What are you guys talking about? There's no chance in hell that Phillip Rivers, as much as I love the story, gives us a better chance than a guy that's been in the system for 3 years, that every time we've seen him come into a game has looked like this. Sean went out of his way to say, I think we have 2 guys that are fully capable of being a starting quarterback on multiple teams. Obviously, the Mahomes and the Josh Allens, no. But look, there's like 7 or 8 teams that need a quarterback right now. And he's talking about those teams. But, Sean paid $10 million to have this guy in the reserves. And look how important it turned out to be. Look how crucial keeping Stidham and paying him all that money just to back up Bo Nix. Look how crucial that ultimately turned out to be. It turned out to be massive. And then who's that? This is Ellinger. Look at the difference between Ellinger and Stidham. Look at Ellinger versus Stidham. Like, everybody's like, yeah, of course he looked that good. It's the preseason. Well, why does Ellinger look like dog shit then? Right? You can see the contrast. I mean, Stidham scored 24 points in the first half. Ellinger scored 3. And I think they got a late touchdown, but then it was a fumble. And what was the final score? 27. So 24 points against the twos, and Ellinger scores 3 for the rest of the game. That is exactly why Stidham is going to shock a lot of people. I'm not saying that they're going to win the game, but what I am saying is if you're a Patriot fan and you have this feeling that, like, you just punched your ticket to the Super Bowl by beating the Texans, you couldn't be more wrong. You really couldn't. Because if you think you're just going to walk in to Mile High with the Super Bowl on the line and Sean's not going to have Stiddy ready to go, you're going to lose. And here's the thing, Vrabel knows. The players are going to know. The players are not going to do what the fans are going to do. But this is going to be a field goal game, in my opinion. This is going to be one of those games that comes down to the wire. And I love our shot. This is the first time we're going to play New England all year. And now we're going to find out if the Bears or the Rams are going to Seattle. But what we do know is that the AFC Championship game is going to be the Denver Broncos and the New England Patriots. And in the NFC, we await. It's either the number 2. I mean, if the Bears win, it would be 1 seed, 2 seed, 1 seed, 2 seed, which has been very common in recent years. The 1 and the 2 seed. It turns out that if you win the most games, you're actually pretty good. No matter what people say, it turns out that if you're not very good, you win less games. I mean, who would have thought? Who would have thought such a mind-bending thing that if you win games more than the other teams in the league, you're better than those teams. And I think Houston definitely felt like they had a real shot today. But unfortunately for CJ Stroud, man, something's not right. Something's not right. He threw 4 interceptions. And that's why I have hope, because on first glance, you look at the Patriots and you go, okay, we're going to have to score 28 points. If they can score 28 on the Texans, we're going to have to prepare for New England to score 28 on us. But then you're like, wait a minute, they gave the Patriots 5 extra possessions. I mean, CJ Stroud was an interception machine today. So how much of this is the Patriots offense, or just if you get enough opportunities, eventually you're going to score points? CJ Stroud finished with 4 interceptions. Now, the Patriots converted only 3 first downs today. Listen, that's not going to win you a game in Denver. 3 times. And honestly, 2 of them were on that final drive. We saw the Patriots convert 2 third downs on their second to last drive. So they only had 1 other third down conversion through the entirety of the game. They only had 248 yards total. Matter of fact, they only had 7 more yards than the Texans had in this entire game. Drake May, they didn't even pass for 150 passing yards. If you're a Patriot fan, I'm just saying, pump the brakes. Because you got a quarterback who threw for 143 yards. You got a team that only had 7 more yards of offense. You got a team that outside of the second of last drive, only converted 1 third down the entire game. You have a team that punted the football 8 times today. And not only did CJ Stroud throw 4 interceptions, but he fumbled the ball. That is 5 times they gave the ball to New England. And New England only won time of possession by about 4 minutes. I'll give the Patriots credit. They went into the red zone 1 time. They got 1 touchdown. They're 1 for 1. The Texans had more plays. Look, there's a lot to break down as far as team stats with this game, because this is it's very easy to just be happy if you're New England. But if the Texans would have even been mediocre offensively today, there's no way the Patriots could have won with this offensive output. Unless they would have won like 13-10 or something like that. I love our matchup next week. I really do. I love our chances, all right? We're resilient. We're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. But now it's time for Da Bears. Da Bears, Da Bears, Da Bears, Da Bears. Bears, Rams. And that game's starting right now. So let me log off. I'll see you guys in a minute.